When was it that you came to know Christ as your Savior?
In November of 2021.
At Vacation Bible School really young.
It was January 1st of this year, right after the 11 o'clock service.
I accepted actually in the middle of the night, probably at like 2 a.m. on August 4th.
October 2022.
In November of 2021, I had an adverse reaction to the vaccine, and my alopecia attacked every single piece of hair on my head. I was bald within 6 weeks. I was broken, I was devastated, I was angry, and I felt really, really alone. And then by the grace and His grace alone, my friend Jessica invited me to a Highpoint service. And it was here for the first time that I realized I was never alone, and He was with me the entire time. My life now has so much joy. It's so fulfilled. He puts things into perspective and reminds me that at least it's my hair and not my heart. He makes me a better person, and He's even giving me my hair back. I want to be baptized today to outwardly profess what's in my heart, and as a reminder to anyone who's going through something that you're never alone. He's right there with you.
I was going through a lot of life and a lot of school issues and a lot of work issues, and I was just called to reach out to somebody for help, and that ended up being Daniel Lakey. One of the most profound things is just this overwhelming sense of peace that I can't explain all the time, that no matter how stressed I am, no matter how much is going on, no matter how much could be bad or could be good, I have this unexplainable amount of peace and calm that I'm not alone and that someone is always there with me, and that's Jesus Christ.
I thought I knew what a good life was, but now what I know, I didn't know. A couple of years ago, I had a health scare, and I went through about a year and a half of letting anxiety and letting fear rule my life, and I really didn't have anywhere else to turn. It just came to the point where I couldn't do it on my own anymore, and I didn't know where else to go with it. So I turned to God. I literally felt like I could just let it go. I let it all go. I put all of my faith, all of my trust in God. Now I have joy. It's not happy, and it's not short-lived. It's joy in God, and so I'm so thankful for Him.
During high school, I kind of just walked away from my faith. Jesus was no longer first in my life, and that's when I started doing all these sinful deeds, and it all just giving into earthly and fleshly desires, and that just led to all this despair and this shame and then this guilt. To run away from it, I had thoughts of ending my own life. Instead of going to God, it was like, oh no, what are my friends gonna think? And it was at that point when I realized that God wasn't first or even second, but He was third, and that's when I had to really reorient my life. And usually I don't really put my hands up, but at that moment, I put my hands up as high as I could, and I just started letting everything out that I had, that I kept down in my soul. And I was like, I'm no longer gonna be a slave to sin, but I'm gonna be a slave to righteousness and to obedience, and I want to follow Him forever.